It's the Behind the Shades show.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Behind the Shades. It's time to talk about Daphne Joy, Cam Newton, and this.
But was this the only time this has happened, or was this the only time that we seen these particular requests filmed?
I will take option C, and that's
Say less.
yes.
Say less.
Yeah.
Now we're completely understanding that it was a blackmail, right? Do you care to share the offering of how that blackmail kind of went down?
Well, I want to have respect for your first question. I was getting a little nervous because I get a little nervous when I talk about him. But what I was saying was like, so for instance, if you have a significant other and they like something a little bit out of the norm for you, but you still do it because you love them and it excites them and it makes them happy, and like over time, it just what may have been something that was a little taboo almost defines the relationship and becomes the relationship.
Yeah.
Your initial perception of what the relationship might be or like where it was going is like completely changing and changed. But now you're hooked and like you're still in love and you still want them happy and you're happy and they're your happiness and vice versa. And so it's just like a cycle, but deep down, that was never really your truest, deepest desires to begin with. But so I think that's where my choice of wording was eventually, it does erode your own boundaries and like your own, but there were a lot of lessons I learned from that relationship. I definitely learned a really big lesson, and that's just, I definitely lacked a lot of self-love and self-respect for myself. I feel like I lost myself in that relationship. And so the biggest takeaway, because I would consider myself a pretty positive person. I'm really optimistic. I see the light.
Yeah.
And I just, try to expand it like the sun. And my biggest takeaway was just take some time for yourself and pour that love into you, enjoy this quiet time and just really listen to yourself, learn to trust yourself again, and just kind of respect your beliefs and your boundaries and like what you like and what you want,
That is a scary part of any relationship. When you begin to realize that what you're putting into the relationship is causing you harm and is no longer benefiting you. And then it becomes the defining moment of that relationship. She lost herself in what she thought was love. She lost herself in violating her own boundaries. She was pouring into the other person's cup, doing what they want while compromising herself. And that is such an unfortunate reality for so many people. Forget that she may have recorded other sexcapades to Cam's first question. It put her in a position to reflect and understand that what I was doing wasn't benefiting me. What I was doing wasn't benefiting the relationship. I was feeding into unhealthy habits. And because I was feeding into unhealthy habits, I was losing me. She completely lost herself. She looked in the mirror, didn't recognize who she was. She walked down the street, didn't know where she was going. She was lost physically, emotionally, and in the bedroom. That is a scary position to be in for a lot of people. How many of us, question for you all, how many of us have done something for one of our partners and we're like, I don't know about that, but then you justify it? Well, because I think I'm in love, I'm going to do this. Because I think this is going to get me more love, I'm going to do that. And then when we do the behaviors, we're like, oh, okay. I don't feel good. I don't feel any more loved. I actually feel empty. That is what she's feeling. And when you feel empty, what do? You want to do more of it. Okay, maybe I didn't do it enough, so give me more. I'll sleep with 2 other people. I'll give you an extra $2,000. I'll sacrifice my health. You sacrifice, and sacrifice because you think it's not enough because of what you feel, so you have to do more of it until you realize, it's not that I'm doing enough of it. It's the fact that I'm doing it in the first place. That's why I feel empty. And that is a realization that is tough to accept and difficult for a lot of people to understand.
Firm and speaking about your non-negotiables, was there ever an effort for you to kind of say how you truly feel outside of being an empath to another person's desires?
I see what you mean. Like, did I really have a stronger voice back then?
Yeah, like if this is something that you did not want to do, could you not have said that, yo, like,
Yeah. That's a touchy question. Yeah.
Say less. But, all right, and this is my last question in regards to this particular topic.
Mm-hmm.
You do know who leaked the video?
I don't know who leaked it, but I do know who possessed it. I don't know exactly which party leaked it because I will just keep that abreast for now.
Yeah.
And I hope that they know that I think that's not very nice that they did that to me.
When you compromise yourself, you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, you lose your voice. That is why when she was asked these questions, she didn't have an answer that she was willing to share. Because it takes courage to take a moment, a step back and say, I don't think I had a voice to say that I wasn't enjoying these things, but I'm agreeing to do it because I believe it's going to make you feel good. And if you feel good, then I hope that I could continue to feel good. But at some point, the point that she reached, you're going to stop feeling good. And because you've been doing it for so long, saying no becomes more difficult for some people. Ladies and gentlemen, no is a full sentence. If you're not enjoying something, speak up and speak loudly. But once you lose yourself, once you've compromised yourself, once you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize the person who's looking back at you, you no longer have the power to even voice what you don't like. You're just going through the flow, baby. Different strokes for different folks, but you're just going through the motions because for you, you think it's fine. Oh my God, look at the way he looks at me. Oh my God, look at the way she touches me. They're enjoying themselves, so who am I not to enjoy myself? Who am I to stop what is going on? Who am I to take a moment and value me? Because if I don't take a moment to value me, who is going to value me? Because the person you're doing all these acts for, that's compromising yourself, the person who you're putting them first before yourself, ask yourself this question. Are they putting your best interests first? Take a step further back. Are they putting the best interests of this relationship first? You know, a question I would have loved for him to ask is this. Do you think he was behaving in a way that showed you that you were valued and loved?